to fight on the landing ground.
Thank you for joining us. You are listening to A Radio, and this is the Morning Moment. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. This item is from The Trumpet magazine and should be an eye-opener for us all, and I urge you all to read this full article, and I will put a link on it on my website, as I always do. It goes like this. The details of this accord, and this is about the Paris Climate Agreement. And I think that people need to know this, whether you're in the United States and think that you're out of it, or anywhere else and you think you're in it. You need to hear this. The details of this accord are shocking. President Barack Obama joined in 2016 by executive order. In other words, it wasn't a treaty and did not go through Congress. He bypassed Congress because he knew Congress wouldn't pass it. It was a dictatorial move. The agreement obliged America to pay, now listen to this, $100 billion a year for actions on climate change. And who would the money go to? Yes, you guessed it, the United Nations. Does anyone really believe the UN would have wisely used that money to protect the environment? It may be the most corrupt institution in the world. When America joins an agreement like this, it immediately begins paying and keeping all the regulations. Not so with other nations. China, which is the greatest polluter in the world, only agreed to achieve the peaking of carbon dioxide emissions around 2030, which means its emissions could keep increasing for at least another 13 years. India secured a similar deferment. How committed are these nations to actually following through on their pledge? It's not like China can't afford to pay. It is growing to become the top economy in the world. This is so often the case with these agreements. Other nations cheat while America is expected to keep to all the pledges immediately. Supporters of the Paris Climate Agreement say the only way to prevent catastrophic climate change is to reduce carbon dioxide emissions. The US leads the world in eliminating these emissions. These efforts are extremely costly and many governments want to increase regulations even more. With the Paris Climate Agreement, America funnels $100 billion into the United Nations. $100 billion the deeply indebted US does not have. Of course, the UN wants America's economy and influence to be diminished. The US challenges that organisation so much of the time. What is happening here is not about the environment, it's about destroying the United States. The regulations this accord binds America to abide by, and the funding it obligates America to provide, accomplish that purpose very nicely. The article continues. As I say, I would urge you all to read it. It is a real eye-opener, and whilst Donald Trump has done the right thing for America, our illustrious leader, Justin Trudeau, is spending Canada into oblivion and putting regulations on us, killing jobs everywhere he turns. Not to mention the fact of bringing in 250 illegal Haitian refugees every single day, which we can neither afford nor want. And I'm sorry if that sounds harsh, but Canada isn't an unending pot of money. We have to balance our budget as well. Haitian people can quite easily live in Haiti. Why they have to come here, we do not know, or do we? You can find more at aradio.wordpress.com, where you can find links to us on Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, iTunes, Gab, and email. We are continuing to reach out to you, so please pass on the links. Please click on the follow button on Spreaker.com. You can listen to all my morning moments on Spreaker.com under A Radio. That's EHRADIO, A Radio. And please click on the like button. At this time I have another exciting announcement to make. You can now find us on iHeartRadio under A Radio. and you can find all my podcasts and Morning Moments at aradio.wordpress.com. Click on the Morning Moments tab.